Molly's parents, Jenna and James, were happily married. That's until Molly came along. Her father left because he believed that Molly wasn't his. How could she be his when she looked nothing like him? Molly didn't even really know her father because she was just a newborn baby. From all she can remember, she never even had a father. When she grew into a child, she was a social butterfly. She loved talking with people and playing with her friends. She had a great relationship with her mother. That's until she got a new job and was so focused on the job she pretty much forgot about Molly. Molly was heartbroken. She felt like her mother didn't want to spend time with her anymore. She began spending more time at the park. She even met a new friend named Jasmine, and they became best friends forever. Jasmine was busy most of the time, so Molly stayed at home all by herself. Waiting for her mother, Jenna, to get home. Of course, she didn't know how to cook anything, so she was starving. Molly finally sees her mother outside. Oh wait, who is that with her? A guy? Molly seen them kiss and knew that must be her mother's new boyfriend. Molly was so hurt that her mother didn't have time for her, but yet she had time for a boyfriend. She then locked herself in her room and didn't talk to her mother for the rest of the night. Morning came and Molly missed school. Of course, her mother didn't notice because she was already at work or either with her new boyfriend. Molly's grades started to drop, but of course she didn't care. She pretty much could do whatever she wanted whenever she wanted because her mother was never around. But then all of a sudden her mother was spending more time at home and always bringing her boyfriend around. Molly even walked in on them woohooing. She never really did understand why her mom was with this guy and why she wasn't paying any attention to her. Molly felt more and more alone. Of course, she spent as much time as she could with her friends at the park after school. Now that her mom was now home, she made Molly go to school. One day after school, Molly noticed that her mother was in bed sleeping. Did she not go to work today? Is she sick? This was very unusual for her mother, Jenna, but Molly didn't care and went outside to play. One morning, Molly noticed that her mother was big. Maybe she was eating a lot of food. That's until a few days later, Molly went into the home gym to grab something and saw a nursery. What is this? Is her mother pregnant? With a baby? Molly was beyond heartbroken. Her mother has time for a new baby, but not for her. Molly has never felt this unwanted ever and couldn't deal with it anymore. Her mother didn't know she was around, then what's the point actually being around? Molly ran away to her favorite park. Of course, her friends weren't there, so she had no one to talk to. All alone, Molly then fell asleep on a park bench. The next morning, Molly had no idea what to do. She was definitely not going to school, so she just explored the town a little bit and hoped no one would recognize her. A few days have passed and Molly still hadn't returned home. She knew by now that her mother wasn't out looking for her. She knew for sure she was never going back, but she also knew she couldn't live with her friend's family. A couple months had passed and she was still sleeping on that park bench, but now it was her birthday. She was going to be a teenager. Her birthday wish was just to see her mother even for a second. Even though she didn't treat her right, she was still her mother. So that night, Molly went to her house and looked in the window of the nursery. No baby? Where's the baby? That's when Molly thought, no, it can't be. She looked in the window and yep, the baby was in Molly's room. But it wasn't Molly's room anymore because it was completely different. Molly had been replaced. They didn't care about her anymore. That's when Molly returned to the park bench. In the middle of the night, she heard something and got very scared. Then she heard a male's voice. Hello? Are you okay? Molly replies, yeah, I'm okay. I just have nowhere else to sleep. The man offers for her to sleep on his couch for the night. Of course, she was scared and hesitant, but it would be way better than that park bench. That next morning, the man said he would be moving and had an extra bed that she could sleep on until she found her own place. She of course accepted, and neither Molly nor the man knew that she was actually his daughter. Hi guys, I really hope you guys enjoyed my story video. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye!